See, there's a lot of misinformation online, and maybe it
Yeah.
might be different in different states, but
Mhm.
like I know a lot of people say things like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, if you can just pay one large, like it was like a viral
No,
thing
not in
about
Georgia.
like Anthony Davis, not Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards. He's an
Mhm.
NBA player, and they were saying
Mhm.
like his the girl that he's dating is requesting that he tried to pay $1 million, and that's just a large lump sum, and
Mhm.
she can't never get no money again. And I'm just like, I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
If
not
that's
in Georgia.
if that's real, or
No, that's not a real
is
thing.
there a
So,
maximum that you can have to pay in child support? Like after like 10,000 a month or whatever, it's like no matter
oh,
how
like a
rich you
cap.
are, is it a cap?
Um, yes and no. So there's discretion with the court. We call it essentially like a high income deviation, and I think it's about 30,000 per
Whoo.
parent. So if you earn gross 30K a month, you can ask the judge for a high income deviation. So,
Okay.
hey, I make so much money, please give me a break because let's be honest, it doesn't take 10,000 a month to raise a child. That's absurd.
Correct.
So there is that option. But no, to answer your question overall, there's no like cap on how much you can pay in child support. And parents who are on the same page and parents who get along, they actually agree to some certain amount, and
Right.
the court is fine with that. So
Right.
if Becky and John are getting along, they both want what's best for their child, and they're not thinking about the cheating or the breakup, and they say, hey, listen, this is your income, this is my income. I know the child support worksheet says you owe me 1,200, but let's agree to 400. Let's
Right.
agree to 400. And if that is placed in the worksheet, then that is the obligation.
Right.
So again, having a good relationship with your child's other parent, right, whether your mom or dad, is going to be crucial to all other factors, I
Well,
believe.
what do you think is the best way to like mend that relationship and
That's a
have a
good.
good relationship? Because if y'all was married or if y'all was living together and y'all was in love,
Yep.
and now all these emotions, and then to me, like I'm gonna be honest, growing up,
Mhm.
I felt like somebody taking you to court or somebody filing a lawsuit against you was like the
Yeah.
worst thing ever. That was like war. That was like,
Right.
but now as I'm older, I made
Yeah.
more money, I'm in business.
Yeah.
That's just a part of business and a part of life is going to
Yeah.
court and lawsuits. So it's not, I'm not wrapped up in, like, I don't have the amount of emotions towards it like I used to. But
Right.
like growing up, if somebody filed a lawsuit against somebody or put somebody on child support,
Yeah.
I know people who were like, kind of seemed like they were the
That was.
bestest friends and they were like getting along with the
Yeah.
children, but then she
Yeah.
put them on child support and it was just
Mhm.
like all things went to hell basically.
Right.
So
Right.
what would you suggest? Because I've seen videos where like guys have to meet up in a public place to pick up their
Yep.
child because it might have been some domestic issues going on.
Exactly.
So like what would you
Exactly.
recommend to parents to just be emotionally mature and like have
Yeah.
a
That's a
open
really good
relationship?
question. And my response is from the beginning, and this is like a rudimentary principle, right? Treat somebody how you want to be treated. I think a lot of times the reasons why people are so hostile and family law cases are so contested is because she's saying you did this to me, and then he's saying she did this to me,
Yeah.
right? And so especially when you're bringing a child into the world, you really want to protect that parent emotionally, mentally, physically, if you can, because that ultimately you're cultivating the best relationship you can with that parent. And so if things fail, things fall apart, y'all are not at each other's neck, right?
Right.
Because you've cultivated essentially a safe space, you've shown respect, even if you've outgrown somebody or whatever the case may be. That's fine. That's fine for relationships to end. But I think it's the treatment during the relationship, and
Yeah.
people hold on to that. And the only power they have is the legal power, right? Where you're not going to see your child, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
put you on child support, and it shouldn't be that way when things are ending, because there should have been some respect, built up in that relationship. So I would just say, treat people how you want to be treated.
Thank you guys for watching. I want to make a deal with you. On my end, I'm going to produce high quality, informative content for you to enjoy and learn from. And on your end, you're going to subscribe down below to the podcast. Now we have a 50-50 deal to build this independent media company together. And if you want to invest with us and ensure our success, subscribe down to the YouTube membership. It really, really helps us hire journalists, hire videographers, and do the investigative journalism and independent journalism that you love and that you learn from.